Yo, 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 yo. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Verquarius
Life.
Life.
What's happening then? What's good? What's good? What's great? What's happening? What's good on
Yay,
your plate?
yay.
Yeah.
I am Ados, the Soul Star, the Virgo.
Hey, I am T-Stunt, the Aquarius. What it is, baby? What's happening?
What's happening? And for those of y'all who don't know, we are newlyweds and partners in all things. We are two people who believe in extreme communication in relationships. We believe it is the foundation to the success of any interpersonal relationship. Now, we are not relationship experts.
No, we are not. Not at all.
We're just two people who became best friends and fell in love.
Hey, that's what we did.
Now, we know that all love is not conventional, right? But it is worth it if it's the real thing.
Right.
Now, knowing this, we would like to help others find their true love as well. So without further ado, I think it's time to get to the show.
Hey, let's get to it.
Now, I know it's been a while, y'all. We know it's been a while since we've done this show.
Right.
So we do want to say a really quick greetings and welcome back to the Verquarius Life podcast.
Hey, what's happening?
Where we talk about love, relationships, sexuality, and everything in between.
Yup.
That's right. So without further ado, what we talking about tonight, babe?
Hey, we are talking about traditional versus non-traditional marriage.
Oh, man, this is a good one.
Ooh,
Traditional versus non-traditional marriage. Now, before we get into it,
Uh-huh.
we want y'all to grab y'all's favorite drink and vibe with us real quick.
Please, go get it.
Because we
Whatever it
already
is.
sipping a little bit.
Right,
Not
right,
too
right.
much.
Mm-mm.
But just a little bit, just to, unwind and really, really go there with us, because we dig deep.
We're gonna take you on a little journey. We're gonna take you
Yeah.
on a little journey.
We talk about what needs to be talked about.
Like for real, for real.
So go ahead and matter of fact, speaking of drinks, introducing Creative Juice, y'all.
Hey, a premium craft cocktail that comes in four awesome flavors. Created by Curvy Mixology herself. Get yourself in a 12-ounce bottle or a 16.9-ounce bottle. Right now, get $3 off our bottles and $2 off our pouches when you order offline. Fun packs coming soon.
That's right, y'all. We got those fun packs. So please, please, please go to drinkcreativejuice.com.
Yep.
So you can order your 12-ounce bottle or your 16.9-ounce pouch. The pouches are bigger, obviously, but I'm going to tell you, just one bottle is the equivalent of, I'm going to say about 1.5 drinks in a bar.
Look
right?
here, two will get you right.
2 of those will get you right. And then the pouches are like 2 drinks that you would purchase in a bar.
Yeah.
As far as the strength, as far as the level of alcohol that's in them. So
2 of them.
y'all don't want to play around. Y'all want to go ahead and order your Creative Juice today. And we will have shipping coming soon. So if you're not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, unfortunately, we're not able to deliver as we do have our local delivery. However, if you go ahead and place your pre-orders will ship beginning on December 16th, I believe was the date.
Right.
We will confirm that at a later date, but it will be in December. So go ahead and place your pre-orders today.
Yep. And without further ado, let's get on to this topic.
Get on into it. Traditional versus non-traditional marriage, y'all. This is what we're talking about. So we hope y'all stick around with us.
Right. I hope y'all ready.
Hang in there.
Hope y'all ready for it. Hey, it's going to be a little bumpy ride. Some things y'all might not like and understand. And some things, hey, it is just what it is.
It's going to be a great show, y'all. So check this out. Listen. So this is what we have found, from the American Psychological Association, how they define a traditional and non-traditional marriage. Mm-hmm. So basically, a traditional marriage is usually for the primary purpose of establishing a family, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Although prenuptial customs vary in different cultures, a traditional marriage generally follows a period of courtship, public announcement of wedding plans, and a wedding ceremony.
Right.
And basically, that type of marriage wherein the husband is going to be the breadwinner and the wife is pretty much going to be maintaining the home and taking care of the kids, right?
Right.
That's what we know the traditional sense of marriage to be. And
Right.
baby, why don't you break down the non-traditional?
All right. And non-traditional marriage is a marriage that deviates from the traditional patterns of marriage in a society. In the United States and Western Europe, such marriage may include those that permit the partners to have sexual relations with other people compared to traditional marriage.
What? Have sexual
In
relations with
other
other people?
words, some
How
swinging.
sway?
In other words, some swinging, some pineapples.
Well,
Going on
now,
around here, some pineapples going on. Upside
pineapples,
down.
you say?
Pineapples. Yes.
I mean, look, all I'm saying is wowzers.
Hey, whatever floats your boat will help you find your lost remote.
I know that's right. And one thing that we always say is that, and we learned this from another couple, but we are not going to yuck your yum, okay? Whatever
Not
it
at all.
is that you enjoy as a couple, that is your yum. And we are
Right.
not going to be the ones to yuck it, okay?
Nah,
All right.
nah.
So now the reason why we wanted to have this conversation, because we want to really get real
Right.
about marriage and about
Right.
how so many people are deviating from the traditional sense of marriage.
It's like they're so afraid of it or something.
I mean, you have people who are afraid, but then you have people who are not. They're deviating from that traditional social construct, and they're like, look, we're going to have a less traditional marriage. I'm going to, I like to see this happen in the bedroom, and my spouse is okay with that.
Right.
Or we're on the same page. We both like this freaky deaky stuff. So
Right.
that's what we're on. Which is why we always promote and preach communication.
Exactly. Communication is the key to a great and healthy relationship at all times. I mean, you think that, hey, if you don't talk, you think somebody's going to know what you want or what you need or what's going on? Nope. You gotta
Right.
Open up your mouth and say something. Hey, I need this. Hey, I want that. Hey, in order for this to whatever, blase. Again, open up your mouth. That's all you got to do.
You got to talk.
I mean, you open up anyway when you want something and when you want to do things, but just saying, open up your mouth.
Right. The point is, ultimately, it is important to always discuss everything from the rooter to the tutor, as the old country folks say.
Right.
You got to, from A to Z, top to bottom, you need to be able to discuss everything with your partner when it comes to, what it is that you like, and especially when it comes to sexual matters, because I don't care what anyone says, sex is extremely important in a marriage. I understand that we're not going to be able to do the huck and buck when we get super duper old, but
Right.
but up until you get there.
All right, but again, hey, you can open up your mouth and put them on each other. Hey, open up your mouth and tell each other something.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just saying, hey, say something. Jeez.
Exactly. You got to open your mouth. You got to express yourself. You got to say something. And let's talk to the couples who are not married, right? Because we really want to help people who are not married, as well. Like,
Or the freshly new ones.
Or exactly. We want to help all kinds of people in different ages and stages of their relationships.
Right.
And so that being the case, we want to express that it's so important. What helped us, we actually had the discussion, obviously, before we got married.
Mm-hmm.
One of the reasons why we got married, because we realized we were on the same page sexually. Now, I wasn't all the way
No, she wasn't.
there.
No.
I wasn't all. I would, because I've always been conservative, very ultra conservative.
Right.
So I was brought up. Super Christian values, what's right and what's wrong, even though didn't have a whole lot of examples of marriage.
to tell me what was right and what was wrong.
Right, just a whole bunch of single women.
Right. Saying what was
Having to
right and what was
handle-
wrong and not knowing really how to, not really teaching
Not knowing
us.
how to be a wife.
Right.
Not knowing anything about any of that.
Mm-hmm.
So being someone in a relationship with someone who was so open-minded was great for me, because I got to see, okay, I'm really not crazy for liking this kind of stuff.
Right.
I became more of who I am as a person. Like who I was. I didn't know 100% who I was. I knew who I was about 85%, but there was still, I would say 80%, but there was still a part of me that I didn't really identify with until you and I started having those sexual conversations about what it is we really like. You were very adamant about finding out the things that I liked, and that I always appreciated. So we were able to get past all of the weird stuff.
Right, because my whole point, and I tell anybody, look, I'm going to put on the table, hey, what is it besides this? Okay, look, if you need that, I can do it for you. If we need to look over here, hey, if we need to go over here to the toy store real quick, fuck it, let's hop in the car, let's go look at some things, let's go talk it out, whatever it is that you need.
Yeah.
Because what ain't about to happen is I don't need to be looking up and like, well, you're not enough for me. Well, hey, look, we done had this conversation previously, beforehand, because I get it. Sex with the same person is probably going to get boring. Let's just face it. We all know it. But if you spice it up, do something different, and put it up front that, hey, we can do things different. We can move a little different than whatever it is that we're accustomed and used to. In other words, they'll spice things up.
Right. And I appreciate that, that you were so open to that, when we were dating. And then in the fact that I was open to some. I wasn't just completely closed-minded to everything. And that's what helped us thrive. Even though I was raised conservative, I knew I had a extra freaky side, though. And there were some things that I've done now. I wasn't squeaky clean. So that helped us be able to get over some hurdles. And, we'll talk about that, I guess, on an After Dark episode. I don't really want to give too much right now. But in any case, when we start bringing those episodes back, we can definitely delve into some of the freaky stuff we done did that got us over that hump. But basically, it's just so important to have that conversation because there are people in all kinds of relationships, which brings me to our next point. We have been watching some really awesome stuff, y'all, on Netflix.
Right.
Can we talk about it?
Man, let's go ahead and talk about it. Cause,
you guys, let me say something about this show right here. How to Build a Sex Room.
Oh, my God.
Come on now. On now. How to... You know what? Matter of fact, bump that. Man, we all cheering for them. We cheering.
Look, fellas.
We cheering.
Fellas.
We cheering.
Fellas.
It's a great show.
Fellas.
I love it.
Fellas.
And
fellas.
Okay.
Fellas.
And ladies.
Fellas. I'm speaking to my hetero bros real quick, and whoever you consider the lead in your relationship.
Yeah, I was about to say. Okay.
Whoever you consider the lead in your relationship. I ain't gonna say my bros no more. Fuck that. Whoever you consider the lead in a relationship. This right here, I would say will change your mind on everything that. Oh, was I a little too loud?
Just a little bit, but just keep going. I got you. Just keep going.
Right, but this movie right here. Well, no, this is a movie or was it a show?
It's a show.
Okay, my bad.
So
this show right here, it definitely will give you a little open, some eye openers on some ideas of what you and your partner can do.
Yeah, so let's give y'all a little bit of background on the premise. So basically, How to Build a Sex Room premiered on Netflix July 8th. It follows 11 couples and a single woman as interior designer Melanie Rose, who comes in to help spice up their sex lives. And so she helps create these rooms filled with specialty furniture and other decor designed to fulfill all your fantasies, fetishes, and erotic desires.
Yeah. All that good stuff.
Yeah, so it's a great, oh my gosh, we love it. What I loved about the show was just seeing all of these sex rooms, sex dungeons, like, wow, just all the fun you and your spouse can have.
Man, all the fun. And when I say, look,
Ooh, oh, the fun.
I get it. You know, the guys, we have our man cave and all that good stuff. Look, get you one of those, but also to get you a sex room. Get you one. Find some way to build you one. However it is, you can build one. And
they vary, which
and
is
they
so
vary.
cool. So
They
you guys
do.
really have to check out the show because there are some married couples or some couples. I don't because you had couples and then you had the groups.
Was it a quad?
It was 7 of them.
It was a pod.
It was a
I think that's what
a
they call
group.
it. Yeah.
A pod. Okay,
Pod or something
it was
like
7
that.
of
I don't know the whole lingo, but
boy, they got a
Shoo.
sex dungeon, right?
they got a whole.
Was it a sex room or a dungeon?
It was more of like a room.
It was a room
dungeon.
/ dungeon. Kinda, yeah,
Because
because they had that bondage. Anyway, we're not gonna tell y'all
Everything.
too much, but basically, but there you had couples ranging and groups ranging from different types of relationships. This was such an eye opener. I really enjoyed it, and I could
Right.
really appreciate all the different types of couples there are that exist in harmony. These people, they love each other, they love the relationship they have, but then you had different types of relationships. You had those marriages where
They were super Christian.
extra conservative. So they didn't want their room to be super freaky deaky, right? They just wanted a
subtle.
little soft and
just
subtle and sexy. They wanted
little
it
sensual.
sexy and sensual,
Whoa.
but they didn't want it just all the way leather and straps,
right,
and
and the cross and all that stuff.
right.
St.
They
Andrew's
did
cross
St.
and all
Andrew's
that
cross.
stuff. Yeah. Oh, and we found out what that was like fully.
Yeah,
Woo.
St. Andrew's cross. My
Boy.
goodness.
Oh man. Hey,
Gotta
okay.
have one of those. But anyway, so
Say.
look, you gotta tell my business like that.
Well,
But
I mean, this is what we doing. Hey,
Yeah, that is what we doing. Okay, so tell a little bit of the business.
Of
Yeah,
the business a
need,
little
need
bit.
one of those, and that is a chair, y'all, that we got to get. It's a chair. Look, check out the show. They're not even paying us. It's just
Right, they're not
a
paying
great
us at all.
show. It's education. It's very educational, and
It is.
It gets you excited too as a married couple. I feel like as a married woman, I get so excited thinking about a sex room or a sex dungeon because it's definitely happened one of these days. I don't care if you come out of a bag on me or not. This is me and my husband.
Right, and they definitely showcase couples where like they were married for like what 15, 20, 30 years, and they had the kids and all that throughout the house, and they showed that hey, look, you can get your sexy back in your relationship, and we get it. Some of y'all can only just do your room, but we can show you how you can still make it spicy in there and still keep at least hope alive.
Right, exactly.
In the relationship.
Exactly. So that's a really great show you guys should check out. That we feel like will just help either open your mind a little bit more into a non-traditional marriage, because if you haven't guessed already, we are team non-traditional.
Right.
So definitely check those out if you're interested in learning more about a non-traditional marriage. Things that you can do to spice up your relationship.
Right. You don't have to be so vanilla.
And honestly, like me personally, like I've never even thought of doing anything like this with a boyfriend. Okay, I'm just being completely honest. To me, it's so much more special.
You know what?
With the person that's long term, that you love. I say someone you're married to, but at least somebody that y'all basically married. You just don't want to do the whole traditional thing of getting married.
Right.
Maybe you're the type of person, y'all just want to be partners forever, because some people do that. But it's something that you and someone you've been with a very long time, and y'all not going nowhere. I think it's great for that. Perfect for that.
Right. And I just had a thought when you said about that. I remember like back in the day, girls used to say, well, I'm not going to turn up like that until I get married. And now that I'm married, I get it. I definitely get it.
Mm-hmm. It's just some stuff that you only want to do with your spouse.
It is. And I mean, there's some things that I've done slightly non-married, just being out here in the world.
Right, of course.
And it's just like, oh, okay. But I can't get that type of that all the time because of the way this person kind of moves. the way it was just wasn't how I want to go that way with them, you know. But
Right.
but I like that quality maybe in my wife, and hey, so happened to be I found that quality in my wife.
Yeah. Look at that.
There you go.
Honestly, the quality that I found in you, like, I didn't realize that that's what I really wanted in a man until we actually got to that point in our relationship. And where we are now, I'm just like, oh my God, like, you gave me the perfect person because, yeah, man, it's just, I don't want to give too much away, but just the way that you are sexually, like the fact that we both identify the same now, is crazy. It's crazy. I would have never identified as non-heterosexual before. I'm not going to say what that is, but
Right.
it's, hey, whatever. It's it's a part of us. It's a part of me. And I thought something was wrong with me for years. But it turns out nothing was wrong with me. And the Most High blessed me to meet my perfect partner who was literally on the same page as me. So there you go.
Exactly.
But moving on to the next show that we wanted you all to kind of look at as well, relating to non-traditional marriage.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show called Bonding.
Man,
on
okay.
Netflix as well.
So this little show here, it's a story of a young college student and a part-time dom. And for those of you that don't know what that means, a dominatrix. Yes, the leather whips, chains, handcuffs, the whole skadoodle.
Oh,
You
yeah.
dig what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
One point we found that that relates to non-traditional marriage, that married couples that need help to spice up their life sought out the dominatrix.
Yes.
This lady, she was very conservative. It was a very conservative relationship.
Marriage.
Marriage.
Yeah.
And she really didn't know what to do, but she wanted to keep the hubby.
Yeah, she wanted to stay married, but she knew
there something that was missing.
Something that she wasn't able to give him.
Right. And so she sought out the dom, and the dom helped, and their marriage is still going.
It's
apparently.
still going.
It's still going.
It's a little weird.
It's a little weird,
we're not gonna get there, y'all.
at all. and again, what that also means is that there's people out here whose marriages who probably like theirs, who you just don't understand what your person really needs, and you need to step outside the comfort zone to help them figure it out. And that was one way she helped figure out her partner's need. Well, she did that way. And I see there's like, and again, that's talking, that's communication. Try to figure out, okay, what is it?
Mm-hmm.
And if you say, and y'all sit here and say y'all love each other, well then, hey, if you really love this person, then figure out what it is that person really needs to make them. I ain't gonna say, no, it's not your responsibility to make them happy, but this can add to their happiness, at least.
Right. No, seriously.
And this can probably add to your happiness, because you never know. This might be something that you with.
Exactly, because you never know until you talk about it. I mean, I'm telling you, like, just from my experience, again, it was things about my sexuality that I did not even know that was really a part of me, because I had suppressed it for so long, thinking that it was wrong to feel that way. So, definitely, it's really a great opportunity if you check out this show, Bonding. Excuse me, because you do have that married couple that's like, okay, what are we gonna do? And then you find out too that being a dom, how common that is. Like,
man,
it's like, oh, they got a whole little situation going on.
I had no idea. And right, it's just
getting paid,
getting
broke off,
man.
But really quickly, because we don't want to hold you guys too long, there's another show that we checked out called The Politician.
Right.
As well on Netflix. We've really been on Netflix.
We have.
And, that's been part of our healing journey, y'all. Don't judge us. But basically, The Politician is a great show. A lot of these shows nowadays that we've noticed, they are becoming really, really sexually free and fluid.
I mean, look at across the water in the UK. They all sexually free over there, and you see it. Everybody then they're getting along, just about.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part. Yeah.
For the most part, I mean, you don't hear too much gay bashing and all that LGBT phobia and all that stuff over there. Over here, it's the moment you do one thing wrong, whoop, everybody's on you.
Exactly. So that's why I really do like the part or the part in this. We don't really want to tell you guys, but somebody's in a throuple, and that's pretty cool.
Right.
It's a lady and two guys, a lady and her husband and their boyfriend or guy friend, whatever. They're the third piece, and it's also very, very cool.
It is. It is. I mean, it's
empowering.
If you don't know
liberating.
that world, this here will give you at least a little glimpse into that world, and if that's the direction you want to go to, that might be the direction y'all need to go to. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Some of the happiest couples that I have met are sexually open. They communicate about, they talk about everything. I mean, everything. And especially that. And usually the couples who are sexually free, who are sexually open, and they have a system, they have an agreement set in place that's going to work for their marriage. This is how we're going to do this, and we're both in agreement, and nobody is, reneging on, what they discuss. You have to be mature enough to handle that kind of relationship, but hopefully if you're married, you are mature enough to handle that because you got married.
Again, this, in other words, the lifestyle is not for the weak.
It's not.
It's not. It's not. I will tell you this much: if your relationship is on the rocks, please don't attempt to jump in any of that stuff. Do not.
Don't do it because it's gonna end.
If you want it to end, that is the quickest way for it to end. And if that's what you want to go by, go ahead. But if you don't, again, all right. But like we said, this is for the strong and what's going on?
Yeah, it's not for the weak. So that's why I'm in agreement with you on that. If you're going to discuss a non-traditional relationship, or if you feel that that's something for you, great. Just make sure that the person that you're dating, if you're dating, is somebody who feels the same way or someone who is open to that type of lifestyle. Because here's where we are. We want to help people find love and stay in love. Mm-hmm. And we know the only way that that's going to have a higher chance of happening is if you're communicating. You got to be each other's best friend. We heard a lady, she's a comedian, and she was basically bashing married couples who say that they're each other's best friend. She's like, you claim to be each other's best friend. Well, it's possible because a lot of couples say that, and I don't believe they're lying. I know we're not when we say that. First of all, if you know anything about a Virgo, we don't fool with too many people. Because we realize a lot of people are fully, and a lot of people would much rather you lie to them, and we're just too truthful for all that BS. So if we're going to have people around us, they're going to be people who are genuine and who are straight up and down like 6 o'clock. Because we're not about all that extra stuff, that fakeness and none of that. So when I say my husband is my best friend, that's the God's honest truth, because nobody comes over.
You goddamn right.
Unless it's family, and that's even rare. So,
but also too, for anybody that thinks, no, I'm not that controlling guy. I don't set no limits on who can come by. And she can do what the fuck she wants to do.
Yeah, that's all.
That's on her.
And that's why our relationship works, because I'm free as a bird in this relationship. We both free. We are free as birds. Like we're free because we respect each other enough to communicate. So because we communicate every single thing, we fly around this mug like birds. It's a bird cage. You know what I mean? Well, bird house. Cause you can come in, you can go out. Go in, go out. You ain't stuck. You ain't.
But again, we're not laying hats in other homes and shit like that.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
Ain't no Rolling Stone shit.
But that's the thing, though. We're totally monogamous unless we both decide, okay, we're not gonna be monogamous this weekend. But it's gonna be together though. We might play around, but it ain't. We not playing around separately.
Separate.
We
Yeah,
don't
nah.
do that. But
Yeah.
we don't judge
But
people
again,
who do.
Those that do,
Right.
by all means,
Do
go
y'all's
for
thing,
it.
because there are
Hey,
married couples who do. There are married couples who play separately, and that's fine. But we don't. We play together. So
exactly.
anybody thinking they're gonna hit my inbox, because let me go and say this, because we done already been down this road, and I'm not doing it again. You come in my inbox, you better be ready for me and mine,
Facts.
me and my husband. We are a package deal. You wanna kick it with me? You gonna be kicking it with him too. So understand.
Right. You know, when I was Ubering, I had a young lady say, "Hey, well, let me not leave my shoe in the car," because her and her husband, whatever, they were drinking. And I was like, first, I was like, "No, see, what's gonna happen is the shoes left in the car." My wife was like, "Why didn't you bring her home?" If anything,
If she look good enough to have
Right.
a shoe left in the car. But nah,
like,
he
I ain't
know
finna
not
get
to
in
play
trouble
without
now.
me.
I ain't finna, no,
He don't
get in
play
trouble
without
about this
me.
shit.
He don't play without me. I don't play without him.
Exactly.
That's it. So you want to play? This. We all playing. But anyway, so say all that
That
to
part.
say we are a non-traditional couple, and we are happy as hell. So if
Exactly. But
If
hey,
it's
don't yuck
something-
our young, because hey, it's not for you.
yeah,
Again,
for you,
that
it
is
ain't for
cool.
you.
Whatever works for you, worked for you. But again, open up your mouth in
Mm-hmm.
order to understand what it is that works for both of y'all. You might be missing out on some some orgasms, okay? You might be missing out on
You
them.
just might.
You just might be missing out on some great ass orgasms if you don't open up your mouth. I'm just gonna sit here and tell you that. Especially to you straight hetero ass dudes. Like, shit, open up your fucking mouth, bro. Just open up your mouth. 'Cause
Yeah, I mean-
God.
Yeah, I mean, because especially again, if you are on that level, you guys have been dating for a long
Right.
time, you're considering marriage. Have that conversation. Have
Exactly.
that conversation.
It-
figure out where each other's head is at as far as that, because sex is important.
Exactly.
I don't care what nobody say.
It is. And especially if you feel like this is gonna be the person you plan on spending the rest of your life with. Open up your mouth. Oh my God. You can open up your mouth about everything else in the world, about where they can and can't go, but you can't tell them, hey, look, that one little particular thing that we just, I want to talk to you about something. Yeah, I like that too, or this and that, or whatever.
Prime example, Tiana Taylor. Man, much
Say.
love to her. That is one.
Hold up.
That is one fly ass black couple. If I do say so myself, we're gonna have to get them on
Mix.
flowers. Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert, you guys are revolutionary couple, beautiful family. Man, homegirl said, "Look,
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that likes to do the freaky stuff and bring chicks in. That's me. That ain't my husband saying this what I want to do." Because a lot of people like to put the freaky stuff on the man
Right.
in a relationship.
They do. They're like, oh my God, you such a pig. You disgusting. How you think about sex? No, not all the time.
She was the one to tell her husband, and he was taken aback. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
But again, that's what she
Non-traditional.
needed. That's what she wanted.
yeah.
And she was like, hey, look, I like this, and I know you like this too.
And it really wasn't
So,
surprising because
what's happening?
as beautiful as she is and as awesome as her body is, homegirl, she has two sides. She dresses like a girl one minute, and the next minute, full tomboy.
Like,
Full tomboy. Full lesbian. Let's just be honest.
almost dyke. Almost stud.
dyke. Like stud level.
like
yeah.
stud, sir, ma'am, bring your little sexy ass here.
Stud
Shit.
level. She's sexy though.
She's
in
sexy.
in the
Ooh.
big ass baggy clothes. But
She
yeah.
is. It's like, ooh.
So that's why I'm just like, that's awesome, and it's liberating.
It
It's
is.
liberating. And shout out to Outkast to not worrying about what another nigga think. Now that's liberation, and baby, I want it.
Right.
Listen, I'm telling you, that right there is what it's about. It's about liberation. It's about not caring what nobody else thinks. It's about being free, loving yourself for who you are and all that you are. As long
Facts.
as you're not hurting nobody, what's the problem? There is none.
Man.
So do your thing. communicate, be open to your partner, because this right here is what's going to make sure and ensure you guys have a healthy relationship, a healthy marriage, and you guys are always on the same page. And you're not worrying about anybody judging you because you got each other.
Exactly. And if you are religious, sure, put God in it. If you're not, hey, do what you do. But communication.
Right. Communicate. That's it.
Communicate.
If it's for you, great. If it's not, if you do the research and you watch these shows, you do the research on non-traditional marriage or whatever, then hey, I mean, and you want to go a different route, then, check it out. But if you check it out and you're not really feeling it, that's okay too. But, at least you opened your mind up to look at a different way. And then too, I was going to say this too. Look at the fact that non-traditional is also it's not necessarily bringing in sexual, different sexual things going on.
You don't have
It could just be the woman is working and the husband is not.
That too.
It could be that the husband is a stay-at-home dad, and the mom is out, the wife is out working.
It could be that.
So,
because there are situations that call for that. I mean, again, look, if it works, it works. At this point in life, right now, in the state of where we at, it is better to be with somebody that you at least like and can get along with. Because the way everything is going on, and as high as everything has gotten, you definitely need some extra help out here.
Word.
So if you like this person, y'all all up in each other's face every day, all day, any day, every way, then damn it, put the ring on it, talk about it, get married, and do this thing called life together.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We really appreciate you guys hanging in there with us on this topic. If you have any thoughts that you would like to, send to us, or anything you want to talk about, go ahead and email us, VerquariusLife@gmail.com. Again, follow us on Instagram at VerquariusLife. Download the podcast, any other CMSMG podcast as well, anywhere where you listen to podcasts, because we do have episodes. They are, archived, but we have episodes of Hustle and Motivate as well, and a couple of other shows. So you want to check that out, Spreaker, Spotify, and Apple. And also, you guys know we're melodic, and we do have new music.
Yes, we do.
Miami Trees is out now.
Oh, la, yes, indeed.
Yeah. Plus, the highly anticipated EP, Verquarius, drops October 21st, y'all.
Yep.
Be sure to
Our
follow
first
us.
project together.
Yeah. I'm so excited. Follow us on Spotify and Apple Music for updates. And, of course, on our social medias, because y'all know we're going to keep it 100.
Right.
Yeah. So, any final thoughts today, hon?
I said what I said. I already said my piece.
I know that's right. Well, look, become a patron, y'all, and receive exclusive offers today when you visit patreon.com/CMSMG. There are 3 awesome tiers to choose from, just starting at $5 a month. We thank you, and we will continue to do the work to positively affect our communities here and across the country, and across the world. All right. Well, I am your girl, ADOS the Soul Star, the Virgo.
Hey, it's your boy, T Stunt. You already know what's happening.
Yes, right. The Aquarius.
My bad.
And right, y'all, together we are the Verquarius Life.
Yeah.
And we will check in with y'all next time. Until then, y'all be blessed.
Peace.